Hi boys and girls. So yesterday we started talking about decimals to the 10th place. Today we're going to look at decimals to the 100th place. Okay, so I've written a number here in the place value chart, 542.25. Okay, so we know that this actually means, the 5 actually means 500, the 4 actually means 40 because it's in the tens place. This is a 2 in the ones place, and then behind the decimal point we have 25. So when you have two numbers behind the decimal point, that means it is in the 100th place, okay? So what this would look like is 25 over 100, okay? And so to show that using the pictures again, you can use your math book page 327 and follow along, please. I'm using the questions that are from your book. Okay, so in the first question, it's showing you 34 hundredths, and it wants you to shade that in. I already did that, so I didn't have to take all the time. So that's, each column is worth 10. So I colored in 1, 2, 3 full columns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of another one to make the number 34 out of 100 total. That's the total number. Okay, to show this as a decimal, I don't have any whole numbers, so I'm going to put a 0 for my ones place, decimal point, and then you would just write 34, and that's the same as 34 hundredths. So 34 hundredths is equal to 0.34. Okay, number 2, it says to shade in 8 100ths. So I counted out 8 squares in the first column here, and they should all be shaded together. You shouldn't have them sporadically all throughout the figure. And 8 100ths, there is 0 whole numbers because I don't have a whole shape shaded in. Decimal point, there are 0 in the tens place because this is talking about hundredths, and there are 8 in the hundredths place. So this is 0.08 is equal to 8 over 100, or 8 hundredths. So that is what this looks like. Okay, it's different than 8 tenths because 8 tenths, the 8 would be in the tenths place. And since it's 8 hundredths, the 8 goes in the hundredths place. Okay? Number 3. It says to shade in 92 hundredths. So I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns are shaded in, and then 2 more of the next column for the number 92. And excuse my mistake over here, I just X'd that out. Okay, so 92 hundredths, there are 0 whole numbers because nothing is completely shaded in. We don't have a whole box shaded in. So 0 for the ones place, decimal point, and 92 goes here to represent 92 hundredths. So 0.92 is the same as 92 hundredths. And you can tell from these 3 figures the 92 hundredths is bigger than 8 100ths, and 8 100ths is less than 34 100ths, because you can see with what we have shaded in. Okay? All right, number 4 says, it says to write the decimal point that matches the fraction. Okay, so 74 100ths, we have 0 whole numbers, so 0.74 is equal to 74 100ths. Okay, those are equal. Number 5, 3 100ths looks like this. There are 0 whole numbers, 0.0, because there's nothing in the tenths place, 3. So 3 100ths is written as 0.03. Remember, you cannot write 0.3 because that would mean 3/10ths, and we're looking at hundredths, not tenths. So you need to make sure the 3 is in the hundredths place, which is the second place after the decimal. Number 6, 50/100ths would look like this. There are 0 whole numbers, decimal point, 5, 0. Okay, so 50/100ths is equal to 0.50. All right. Number 7, now we're going to start adding in some whole numbers to the decimals as well. So it says we have 6 whole pieces and 85/100ths of another. So that would look like this, 6.85. Okay, so 6 and 85/100ths is equal to 6.85. Number 8, 5 and 21/100ths is equal to 5.21. Okay, so that means you have 5 whole pieces and 21/100ths of another piece. Number 9, we have 9 and 8/100ths, which would look like 9 point. Remember, this is out of 100, not out of 10, so we need a 0 in the tens place, 8 in the hundreds place. So 9 and 8/100ths equals 9.08. Okay, number 10 says to please write the decimal. So 7/100ths would look like 0.07. Sorry for the phone call. So 7/100ths is equal to 0.07. Number 12.
Call from anonymous.
Number 12 says 4 and 9/100ths. So that means we have a whole number 4. When it says the word and, that's when you are putting in your decimal point after the whole number. 9/100ths. So there's nothing in the tens place. Gotta hold my paper still. And there's 9 in the hundreds place. So 4 and 9/100ths looks like 4.09. Okay, number 13, 2 and 45/100ths. Ignore my mistake right here. So it says I have 2 whole numbers and 45/100ths would look like this. Okay, so 2 whole numbers and 45 out of 100, 2.45. Number 14, 15, and 16, it says to circle the number with the correct place value. Okay, so number 14 is asking for 5/100ths. So we're looking for a 5 in the hundredths place. The 5 in this one is in the tenths place. The 5 in this number is in the ones place. The 5 in this number is in the hundredths place. So we're going to circle 3.5. Number 15, which number shows 4 ones? 4 in this one is in the hundredths place. This shows 4 ones, and this shows 4 tenths. So the answer is 4.37. Okay, number 16, 0/10ths. So here, this is a 0 in the tenths place. This is a 0 in the hundredths place. And here's a 0 in the ones place. So your answer is 8.02. Okay, so that is a look at decimals to the hundredth place value.